Hey, so this is my new experiment. Here we have water. This is sifted topsoil. So for those of you who don't know, topsoil is the soil that you find on the top of the ground. It's mostly organic matter. It's mostly made out of leaves from trees that is broken down, so it's pretty good stuff. Around here, you dig under the topsoil and you hit clay. So this actually has a fair amount of clay in it. It's kind of unavoidable. They mix together, but it's a way lower concentrations than if I dug deep and hit the clay later. Like I picked this from an area that had quite a bit of topsoil, and I sifted it. So this on its own makes terrible potting mix because it compacts and it doesn't let air or water through very well. But sprouts are not too picky, and because I sifted it and put it in here without pushing down on it and without pouring water on top of it, this is kind of light and fluffy. It hasn't had a chance to compact, and I'm not going to let it compact. So we have mung beans and sunflower seeds. I guess they are mung beans. Mung bean seeds, same thing. I used my cool old dragon knife to poke little holes around the bottom here. That's not them, that's something else. I don't know what that is. Seems to be, yeah, well anyways. Little holes around the bottom, and so I'm going to put this in here and water it from the bottom so that I don't have water on top compacting it. I don't want to water this from the top, it'll get compacted, even if it's just a little bit. But go ahead and put the seeds down. There's quite a few. I'm going to do half and half. This is kind of an experiment. I strongly believe it'll work. One of the things I like about it is that it converts straight up nutrient-rich soil that's in my yard that isn't really good for growing stuff in. You know, it's not too useful for growing in. Converts that into edible, healthy, nutrient-dense food to eat. That's probably good. Just try to distribute them. Alright, that's probably good. Let's try this. I haven't tried any of this yet, so spill over. While I'm letting that soak in, I got a paper towel. The last thing I'm going to do is put this paper towel on top, make sure it's wet. Just keep some moisture on these seeds. I use a paper towel because I don't want to cover this with soil. Whenever they sprout up, I don't want that soil coming up with them. I just want it to, cool, I can see some of the moisture right here. Let's see if I can get the focus. Come on, you, focus. Come on, focus. I don't know the trick to making this thing focus, but you can see some moisture getting through there. It needs a little more. I'm gonna set the phone down for a second. Sorry if that made a lot of noise. Okay, cool. It's not spilling over, and it is flooding here, which is what I wanted. Very gentle flooding. And let's see if I can put this in here without compacting it. Cool. So the last step is I pull this out of here. It's watered. It only needs to be watered once. I may spray the top of this if I see it dry out, and then pour this out. A little dirt in there, but so I'm gonna let this drain for like 30 minutes, and then I'll put it in this whenever I put it in the windowsill, just in case there's a little bit of dripping remaining. But yeah, the plan is I do this. I've got 6 more of these with sifted topsoil. It doesn't take long to sift one of these worth of topsoil. I do one a day, and then I try to eat one of these a day. It takes 1 week for it to mature up to growing, up to eating level. And then, I repeat it. And the one other cool thing from this is these are going to grow roots in here. I'm gonna recycle the dirt that comes out of this. It's going to need to compost some because it's full of roots. That, or I'll remove the roots by sifting it again. But yeah, those roots are compostable, which turns topsoil into compost, which is, that's an improvement. So I'm getting nutrients, I'm creating more compost, and I'm consuming this virtually useless topsoil. Yeah, and I could probably do a similar thing with clay if the clay is if it's filtered in little pieces like this stuff is. So pretty cool. We'll have to see how it goes. I'll do an update video probably before a week is up, but it doesn't really matter until the week's up. So see you then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.